we are going to see about the next major trends of current research in the year 2024 is what? Innovation in healthcare technology. The innovation in healthcare technology are the new ideas or advancements that improve how medical care is delivered to the patient and how the patients are treated for diseases. This innovation may be in medical tools. It can also involve new softwares and apps that make it easier for patients to manage their health. Under the field of healthcare technology, there are several research areas are there. Among those, the first one is artificial intelligence in healthcare. In this area, researchers are focused on how can we can use the AI machine to analyze medical images, diagnose diseases, and develop treatment plan, and even AI machine can perform surgery. The next one is wearable health monitors. Under this area, the researchers are doing research how can wearable devices like smartwatches and fitness trackers to used to monitor our health in real time and prevent diseases. Then the third one is virtual reality and augmented reality in healthcare. Here the researchers are doing research on how can virtual reality and augmentation reality be used for medical training, therapy and patient education. Then the next one area is 3D printing in healthcare. So under this area, the researcher is focused on how can 3D printing be used to create or implant and even tissues and organs for transplantation. Then we move on to the next trending techniques or next trending areas is what? Environmental and sustainability research. So this environmental and sustainability research involves how human activities affect the environment and how to sustain natural resources for future generation. The goal is to ensure that we can meet current needs without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs, thereby maintaining a healthy planet for all living organisms. So under the environmental and sustainability research, the first area of trending research is renewable energy technologies. So under this area, the researchers are focused on how can we develop more efficient and cost-effective technologies for capturing solar, wind and other renewable energy resources. The next one is climate change mitigation. Here the researchers are focused on how can we reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the effects of climate changes. Then the next area of this under this environmental and sustainability research is sustainable materials and manufacturing. Under this area, the researchers are doing research on how can we develop new materials and manufacturing process that are less harmful to the environment. Then the last one is environmental monitoring and restoration. Here the researchers are focused how can we use new technologies to better monitor the environment and restore damaged ecosystem. So we have to restore our damaged ecosystem by using in this research. Then the last one is circular economy. Under the circular economy, the researchers focused on research. How can we transit to circular economy that minimize waste and maximize resource efficiency? The next we move on to the next slide. Conservation, biology and biodiversity. So conservation biology is the study of how to protect and preserve earth biodiversity. Biodiversity refers to the variety of life forms on our earth planet, including plants, animals and microorganisms, as well as the ecosystems they living in. So the area under the conservation, biology and biodiversity, the research area is, first one is biodiversity monitoring and assessment. In the biodiversity monitoring and assessment, the researchers are focused how can we develop new method for tracking changes in biodiversity and identifying species at the risk. The next area is what? Habitat restoration and conservation. In this area, researchers are doing research on how can we restore degraded habits and conserve destroyed species and ecosystem. The next one is wildlife diseases ecology. Here the wildlife researchers are focused on how do diseases spread through the wildlife population and how can we mitigate their impact. So the research here, the wildlife disease ecology researcher is focused on how do diseases spread through the wildlife population and how can we mitigate their impact. Then the last one is human wildlife conflict. Here the researchers is focused on how can we reduce conflict between the human and wildlife population, which means human and wildlife, animals and planets or natural resources.